This video describes the capacity of civil society actors in achieving successful social accountability. The 4 pillars of social accountability are key in determining the level of success and failure of interventions in any given context. The capacity of civil society actors is a key factor of successful social accountability. The level of organization of citizen groups, the breadth and scope of their membership, their technical and advocacy skills, their capacity to mobilize resources, effectively use media to strengthen their legitimacy and quality of their conduct and actions, including their internal accountability practices, are all central to the success of social accountability action. In many contexts, efforts to promote an enabling environment for civil society and to build the capacity, both organizational and technical, of citizen groups are required. After all, citizen groups who drive the demand for good governance need to powerfully give voice to their concerns in order to assert their rights to participate in governance. The power of citizen groups and civil society organizations must stand on the quality of their capacity to organize themselves, their partners who are from the sectors and communities they serve, and other development stakeholders. This capacity also has technical and substantive, as well as procedural requirements so that the efficient and effective initiatives in the form of agenda platforms, projects, and programs bring forth the outcomes and changes aspired for. Government's receptiveness to citizens' participation is embodied in the combination of the set of laws, rules, practices, and cultural mores in any given political and economic situation. All these define the actual space for citizens to hold government officials accountable for their conduct and performance in terms of delivering better services, improving people's welfare, and protecting people's rights. Space for citizen participation is opened in government institutions that have reform champions. Therefore, an important part of social accountability initiatives is finding and nurturing those champions from the ranks of bureaucrats, government officials, and public servants. The conditions for social accountability are largely informed by existing contextual and cultural conditions. To a larger extent, social accountability action must respond to and operate within the larger context and framework of a sector, nation, or region. The appropriateness of the social accountability approach, including tools, techniques, and other mechanisms, are determined against political, socio-cultural, legal, and institutional factors. The likelihood of social accountability action succeeding depends on eco-political realities. Is there protection of basic civil rights, including access to information and freedoms of expression, association, and assembly? Is there a culture of political transparency and honesty? Legal, institutional, and social cultural factors also need to be considered because they can influence the success of social accountability activities. In East Asia, for instance, so-called backdoor channels are important to policy making. To ignore context and culture is to risk alienating local stakeholders. To be sure, context and culture sometimes will be unfriendly to social accountability action. Social accountability action should still be pursued if the need for it is urgent. It should be done strategically, however, with foreknowledge of the environment, the barriers, and the risks. Appropriate what-if scenarios and courses of action should be worked out based on an analysis of political, social-cultural, legal, and institutional conditions. Information is power. Essential to social accountability practices is the availability and reliability of public data. Such data, analyzed and correctly interpreted by competent citizen groups, lies at the core of constructive engagement. Social accountability fails when data and information is either absent or willfully denied. This underscores the need for an unambiguous law guaranteeing freedom of information. Access to information can mean 2 things: physical access to source documents and their availability in a format that is understandable to users. Because not all information comes from documents, access also means access to people who have the information, such as officials, and know where the information is lodged. One other aspect of access to information is easy retrieval and proper processing. This makes timely and appropriate use of the information possible. For more information, please visit www.samcop.co.zw. Produced by Seeds.